Still yours?
They said.
Coach, you can just start us with a couple of opening comments and then we'll start with questions.
Well, I give Mercer credit. They had a terrific season, and to play on their home court 2 years in a row, it was very challenging for us. They were 15-0 at home coming into the game. We were 15-1 at home this year. So obviously the home court meant a lot to both our programs. Coach Hoffman was Coach of the Year in the league, and they have terrific players. They have an excellent system that they run, and so I really give them credit for the year they had. They were regular season champions, and I believe they'll go to the NIT. So we're rooting for them. As far as our players go, we came into this tournament determined to defend. We had to defend the three-point line because we knew North Florida, Stetson, and then Mercer, they all shoot the three extremely well, and that was our goal. Now Mercer hit 6 in the first half. They hit 5 contested shots. They banked 1 in. So we felt pretty good at halftime when we withstood their barrage of threes, and we challenged every one except one. I think we've led now 20 straight games at the half. So we obviously, I don't really give any pregame speeches or pep talks. That's on these guys. They get themselves ready to play, and they come out and they do it. So for us to withstand the Mercer run at the beginning of the game, to take the crowd out of it, and then to play our style of up-tempo basketball and spread the floor was very effective. And we pushed the tempo all night, and to score 88 points against a team like Mercer that's as good defensively, the #1 defensive team in our league, is impressive, and that's a credit to the guys sitting up here as well as our teammates.
Are you surprised to see Mercer willing to speed it up and trade baskets with you guys?
Well, they have really good players, so it's not like they're bad in transition or up-tempo. It's just more our style. That was our goal, to try to push it, and we thought that we were better than Mercer in that style of game. The last 3 games we played have been 62-58, 62-62 at the end of regulation, and 57-60 a week and a half ago at our place. So we wanted to try to get the game into the 70s, and then to score 88 points, never would have imagined that. So it was certainly to our benefit to push the tempo.
You guys really exploded on them to begin the second half. Any particular things y'all talked about during the half? Everybody always puts emphasis on coming out strong after the second half, but that was really important, I thought.
Well, we told them at halftime that the team that comes out in the second half and goes on a run is going to win the game. Mercer's usually very good at that. We did it yesterday against Stetson. We came out and did the same thing, and our guy. We didn't do any game planning at halftime. We just said the team that comes out and defends and goes on the run early in the second half will win the game. There were no X's and O's talks at halftime. We didn't go over anything. We just said, this is on you. You're where you want to be. You're in the A-Sun championship game. You're up 2 at halftime. You're on their home court, and this is a lot of fun. So go win the game.
Brett, you had, I think, 12 points first half and a couple in a row. Were they just giving you something that you were taking, or were you taking it upon yourself to score more?
I feel like in the first half last game, I really struggled, and I wanted to put it upon myself to start off better this game. And credit to Eric and Chase and Murray for setting so many ball screens for me to be able to create, and they were just sagging off me so much that the lane was open.
Brett, Coach said yesterday you guys feed off the crowd here, and it seemed like every time they made a run, you guys made a play. How fun was that playing in front of a crowd like that, and kind of setting them down?
I mean, it was huge. It's something we really, like you said, strive off of. It's fun for us. We enjoy that type of situations. It's something fun for us. So it was great.
Did you see anything in the first 2 games that you thought you could do to get to drive more? Did they sag off you at all, or did you just not play as well unfinished? Maybe I guess. In the first couple games.
I don't really know. Something about this game just really. I think all of us had the energy, and even before we started this whole tournament, me and Sherwood talked about we're not gonna have the same feeling as last year. So I feel like we took it upon ourselves to win this whole tournament.
Brett, talk about the feeling that you did have last year. You guys were here and kind of had the lead in that game, and Belmont came back and took it, and here you are a year later, kind of pushing things around. Talk about the feeling and how you guys kind of fed off of that?
I think we felt like, I mean, last year sitting there, man, the feeling was horrible, you know, sitting there seeing all these guys dancing around with bow ties, they're the champs, you know. So, you know, we wanted to come out and really push the momentum on everybody and step on everybody and just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and not let up for anybody or any team. And, you know, I feel like that's what we did. I think we did a great job of keep on going.
Chase, Coach isn't a big fan of speeches, but it sounds like there might have been a little bit of one at halftime. What was that like to him, talking to you guys, and what was the energy and the mood in the locker room?
And we just knew how we had to come out. We did the same thing in every other game, came out and played hard in the second half. Sherwood had great leadership, said something, told us we need to turn it up, talked about how we got to go to this, we had to win it so we can go to the NCAA tournament as our goal at the beginning of the season. And I think everyone just, before anyone had to say anything, we all had the same look. We all knew what we had to do. Just had to come out and outplay them, play hard, get rebounds, and we just made big shots.
Sure, when did you kind of feel like it was y'all's game? You know, it's a 2-point game in the second half. The two halftimes been 2 points, and then y'all kind of and neither team is led by much. But when did you kind of feel like it's ours?
When we came out in the second half, we made a huge run, and that's when I pretty much felt like, in all honesty, that if we just kept pushing, then they wouldn't be able to come back.
Any kind of play or time that you went to the side for a timeout, just thinking that you blew kisses after the 1-3, I think, in the second.
I started to feel it in the second half. I mean, I haven't been knocking down shots in, I think, the last 4 games.
Right.
And this is really the first game where I actually started to feel it like I had been earlier in the season.
Were you feeling confident in warm-ups? You looked like you hit a bunch of shots in a row from several feet beyond the arc there, and maybe you got a good confident feeling?
Yep, pretty much right.
Sherwood, we've both been around here 4 years. This, to me, is almost unimaginable. Looking back 4 years ago, what has this ride been like for you, and how much does this mean to you as a senior to finally make the NCAA tournament like this?
It feels really great. You know, I can tell you that Drake said it best. We started from the bottom, and now we're here.
Coach, I think Chase only had a couple points, and then he went on that personal 9-0 run, scored 9 straight points for you. I mean, how big was that? Was that kind of the big, you know, killed their emotion?
Well, he was part of it. Chase is second team all-conference this year. He does a lot of things. He scores the ball when we need him to. He rebounds the ball. He blocks shots. He defends multiple positions. So it wasn't surprising to me what he does. He does that at almost every game we play. And this was a breakout year for Chase. He's worked hard the last 2 seasons in the off season, and he's improved his skill work tremendously. So when he does things, we see it every day in practice because he's worked so hard at developing his game. And so nothing surprises me with him. He just affects our team in a positive way in so many different areas, offensively and defensively. And he was certainly a huge part of that run.
Andy, it's been quite a while since an ASUN team has won an NCAA tournament game. Do you think this team has the ability to do that?
Yeah, certainly. We beat Miami this year by 12. We played at Cameron against Duke. We played at VCU. We played at St. John's. We were up at halftime against St. John's. We up against Iowa State on the road, and so we've had a tough schedule. And Mercer beat Florida State and Alabama this year. So we're not. If we go to the NCAA tournament, we're not going to be intimidated. The NCAA tournament's no more intimidating than playing at Cameron Indoor Stadium or opening night at VCU, where both teams win 100 straight non-conference games. At Duke and VCU, they win 87% of their home games over the last 13 years. And Iowa State's probably one of the toughest places to play in the country. We've seen it all. We've been in 2 ASUN championship games. In the NCAA tournament, we're just going to go have fun with it. We're going to go compete, and whoever we play, we'll give it our best shot.
Final question.
Talk about seeds. What kind of Coach Hoffman was just in here, said that ASUN champ deserves as good as a 12 maybe.
Well, I think our RPI is excellent. I think our RPI is probably in the 90s. I'm not sure what it'll be after today. So let's just say right around 100. I think with that RPI, with our win over Miami, who's leading the ACC, with our strength of schedule, I would expect it to be anywhere from 12 to 14. I think 14 would be. I think we probably deserve higher than that, but I'm not on the committee, so I don't know what they judge. I certainly don't think we're a 15 or 16 seed. I think it's higher than that based on our season.
Guys, one more too. What's been the key to kind of this quick? I mean, second year eligible to where you guys came from to make it this quickly to the NCAAs, because not art. I mean, Mercer hadn't been since '85, so it's not an easy task, obviously.
It's extremely difficult to win a conference tournament. You have to beat 3 good teams, and 8 teams go into it, and only 1 comes out. Last year we had that. We know what it was like not to win it. Belmont was a better team than us. But the turnaround started by creating a culture of accountability in our program, and our coaching staff has done a tremendous job, and our players have followed. It also developed from leadership within our team. And last year we were young and experienced. Didn't know, we'd never been in these situations like this before, and we didn't know how to handle success or failure last year. We were talented, we just didn't know what we were doing. Once that leadership from within came, and really it was the 3 guys up here with a couple of other key guys on our team, they were able to create an internal culture that had nothing to do with the coaches. And once you get that, and you're just worried about your team and your teammates, things can happen in a positive way, and something special can happen. So Sherwood's and Eddie Murray are 2 seniors. Sherwood showed tremendous leadership, and the stuff that the leadership he has shown in the last 3 weeks of the season will carry over for the rest of his life, because he's done things that I never thought he could do, especially when I met him 2 years ago. Okay, has just become he's become a leader, and people follow those that play hard, that are encouraging, good teammates, and you never have to coach effort with Sherwood Brown. You might have to have him go make sure he goes to class once in a while, but so really, to answer your question, it was creating a culture when we got here of accountability, and then as we started to learn, it was the internal culture that the teammates created among themselves that really turned the corner for us.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, gentlemen.